Right guys, so new R6 patch notes are finally here. Here are the wind delta graphs, nothing really majorly different here. Alibi has went down a bit since they removed the 1.5 times scope. Expect an Ayana nerf soon. They always nerf Ayana, or it's either Ayana, Sledge, or like, I don't know, Ace, who kind of get nerfed in those regions. So yeah, there's the wind deltas. The bans are pretty much the same. Operator bans are never going to change. Everyone picked an operator 2 years ago, and that's the operator they have banned ever since. So yeah, operator bans are pretty much the same. Same with the balancing. But we have some really cool operator balancing here. Guys, they finally buffed Grim. It only took a season and a half. They added the 1.5 and 2 times to his commando. Finally, yes. I still think that he should have the Gun 6 at least, but the fact that he has more fragging potential now makes so much more sense. Why they only released him with a 1-time scope makes no sense to me. So yeah, finally 1.5 and 2 times on Grim. Quickly jumping in whilst editing, I read this bit completely wrong. I thought it said that she lost a shock drone. It actually says that she got another default drone. So she didn't get another shock drone, she got another standard drone. So if you hear me in the video talking about, oh, I can't believe Twitch lost a drone, I just read it wrong, ignore what I'm saying. But yeah, Twitch got another default drone now. They've also changed extended barrel as well. There's now a 15% damage bonus when using extended barrel. This is to obviously take people off the suppressor, which they obviously buffed last season, which made it that there's no damage drop off. So now they're trying to make the other barrels more desirable. And they've also changed hipfire precision, which is actually really interesting. So they've increased hipfire on the AK-12, the ARX, the SC3000K, which is Zero's gun, the LMGE, the 6P41, the T95, the 417. Oh no, not the 417. I used to love hip firing with that gun. The AR-15, the CAM-RS, which is the DMR which Buck has, and the MK-14. So your hip fires with those guns will not be as accurate. They've actually reduced it on the P10C, because you have the Roni variant on Mozzie and Aruni, and I believe the P10C is the pistol which Warden and Clash have, if I'm not wrong. The burst growth has been increased on the AUG A2, the AUG A3, so that's IQ's AUG and Cade's AUG, POF9, the LMGE, the 6P41, the T95, the 417 again, the AR-15 again, and the MK-14 again. And they've reduced it on Buck's DMR. Really interesting that they've done a bunch of random hipfire changes this season. I'm interested to see how that's actually going to work out. They've reduced Capital's damage by 1 to compensate for the new extended barrel damage, because with this new extended barrel buff, he was able to down people in 2 hits, even if there are 2 armor, so I guess that kind of makes sense. They've actually buffed the Supernova for Echo Hibana and Amaru, and now does 55 HP of damage from 48, which is actually massive, because that's honestly because that's kind of like a meme weapon. If you're actually trying, you don't use the shotgun over the main weapons that these operators have, so they're trying to make it more desirable. They've actually reduced the damage of Frost's SMG. That's actually massive. It's only 36 now instead of 45. It's saying that that gun actually has the highest KD on defense. I think that's actually because it has the 1.5 times scope with no recoil, but I'm actually kind of glad that the scope is staying and it's the damage that's getting nerfed. It's still going to be a great weapon if you can hit heads. So they've actually buffed both of Maverick's weapons to 67 HP from 62, I believe, and they've added the 2 times scope to the M4. I believe the increase is actually only for the AR-15. They've not specified that, but I believe that is for that. And yeah, 2 times scope in the M4 is actually quite interesting. And they say that Maverick's weapons have always underperformed, so I guess that makes sense. They've actually nerfed Thorn's Uzi to 36 HP from 44. It says it's got the highest damage per second of any SMG, so yeah, okay, I guess it makes sense to nerf it. And the final change here is the AUG A2 for Romai and IQ. It's got more vertical recoil, and it's got more horizontal recoil as well. Okay, I would like it so the gun doesn't take up 50% of your screen, but okay, I guess that makes sense. Like it says, it is one of the weapons that benefit from suppressor, but you kind of had issues like that where they'll buff the suppressor, and then to make the other weapons more balanced, instead of nerfing the suppressor again or changing other stuff, they'll just start nerfing weapons. You had that issue of Alibi when they gave her the 1.5 times scope, she became pretty strong, and to counteract that, they nerfed her recoil. Why not just remove the 1.5 times scope again, which she has already lost now, you know? So it's little balancing changes like that I don't really get. The main thing to take from this for me is the extended barrel doing more damage now, and Grim definitely getting the 1.5 and the 2 times scope. Other stuff isn't as massive. Of course, there's a lot of nerfs and hipfire changes as well, but these 3 changes at the top are definitely the biggest. I'm sure let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you think about these changes? I think they are alright. I'm glad Grim got a buff, and the other changes, I'm just gonna have to wait and see how they perform in game. Have an incredible rest of your day, guys. I love you all. Stay safe. Peace.